Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and beyond, and welcome to another episode of Professor Effort's Test Kitchen, where we try things that suck. Sometimes. So, tonight, as you all saw in the promotions that reached exactly one person, we are going to be having a fruit battle tonight. For those of you not familiar with what a fruit battle entails, we're going to have some fruits, and they're going to do a battle for you. Easy, right? Alrighty, but seriously, we are going to be doing a experiment tonight in marination. So a lot of you might know marination from such famous works as, tasting good and making food better. But I want to see if I can do it wrong. With as little effort as possible, I made some marinades out of these three fruits: a pineapple, a orange, and a lime. So I've been marinating some chicken for about the past 3 days in juice of each. No added adulterants, just straight up juice. Hugo de whatever fruit that was. So let's break them out, huh? Yeah. So I'm very hungry. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. Alright. First up, we have the juice of the orange. Yes, there it is, looking all tasty and uncooked and stuff. So the orange juice, everybody loves orange juice, everybody loves chicken. Smash them together and serve. That sounds like it should work, right? Alright, so we got orange, bloop. The apple of the pine. Yes. Here we are. You really gotta wonder, the first person that saw a pineapple, visually it's kind of shocking. It smells great, but then, it's a complex fruit. I sometimes lie awake at night trying to understand fruit. Lastly, and absolutely leastly, the dumbest fruit of all time, the lime. Let me just pause for a second and talk about how dumb limes are. So they taste awful, and they hurt to eat. Apparently they hurt to squeeze it with bare hands, as I found out with getting the juice. I had no idea that I had a splinter until I started squeezing lime juice with my bare hands. Always wear some gloves, ladies and gentlemen and beyond. It really sucks. So, that being said, the lime juice is the only one that actually hurt to make. The only one that it got skin contact and actually I could feel it breaking things down. So chemically speaking, we're probably going to see some pretty interesting things from the lime over these other two juices, because, well, of course, the lime eats flesh, and the pineapple and orange, less so. You don't want to get any of these in your eye, but the one you want the least in your eye is the lime juice. I think you would agree. So, we have already preheated the oven. That is a given. I'm not going to be standing here boring you people while staring at an oven and waiting for it to light. I'm going to bore you with words instead. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and prep our lovely chickens and get them in the oven and try out my new thermometer that all of my donations to myself have so graciously paid for. Alright, so, cooking sheet. Alrighty, I'm using one of these babies, these home boys. Yeah, it's really the only one I have, so it's kind of a foregone conclusion as to which baking sheet you're going to use. Alright, how can we do this? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's completely compartmentalized. We got 3 separate little foil boats that we can have these things in, because I don't want any cross-contaminations with these juices getting into one another. Come on, this is a test kitchen. We're scientists here, aren't we? So let's go ahead and start doing some tinfoil origami. Oh, that gives me a great end to talk about Paper Mario: The Origami King. As soon as I'm done with this very loud noise, I'll get more into it. Suffice to say, I was not pleased with the game. Yeah, I just really didn't feel any growth in the game. You know, it's like you never really leveled up. Your moves stayed the same the whole game. Like, come on, what's like, you know, RPG is supposed to stand for rewarding, pleasing game, not, you know, friggin' puzzle adventures or whatever. And don't get me wrong, the puzzles were fun. You know, it was untread ground. Nobody had done that before. Fantastic, but I just feel like maybe it was rushed. Maybe there's some elements they didn't have time to plan out. Like, you know, the characters, not least of which. Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta concentrate on origami here for just a second. I'm not very good at topology, or math, or reading, or any of those nerd proclivities. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Here's vote 1. Origami. So yeah, Origami King. So it's, you know, it's 7. I give it a 7, you know? It's a well-programmed, beautiful-looking game with just this core flaw that just makes the experience less fulfilling, you know? Oh, I'm gonna do some origami here again, folks. Just a second here. Okay. So yeah, game was beautiful. However, just it just wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I'm sorry. It's the first time I'm ever saying this about a Paper Mario game. I love that series. I'm playing the GameCube one like before I did this and after I did this. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the series. It's one of my favorites, which is why it's so heartbreaking when there is, you know, the first okay game in the franchise, you know. I guess for new players that don't know what a good Paper Mario plays like, you know, I guess it's good for them. It's good for, you know, children and the, you know, people just now discovering video games and whatnot. There's a lot of those people. It's yeah. Okay, so so we can keep track. Alright, so it looks all janky, all crazy, but luckily that will mean that I don't have to label these things. I can just remember what size the different ones were. I'm not going to remember it, so that's why I keep this around. Alright, so, alright, let's do the big one with pineapple, the middle one with lime, and the right one with orange. P-L-O. Alright, Plo. Mr. Plo, that's Mr. Plo. That name again is Mr. Plo. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to ignore my own teachings and just bare hand this lime juice over here just to get it out of the way. Okay, let's give this one last shakeroo here. And you know, it seems a ways to, you know, get rid of the extra juice. Give me just a second. I'm making a sequel in here. Alrighty, so this is going to come back later in the series. This is some fruit. This is some fruit that I'm mixing together in order to make a base for a very good sauce for meats. Sort of sweet, tangy, barbecue-y-esque, just, you know, kind of with a real tropical slant, I guess, for this one. So, without further ado, let's put this one in there. Alright, lime goes in the middle. Alright. Okay, let's be careful not to get any other containers. Okay, a little bit of splash. That's okay though. Alright, that's good. Okay. And we are going to deposit the juices. And we are being paid a visit by the sous chef. He should be up here shortly. As soon as I get this acidic compound off my hands so I can pet him without burning his face off. I think he heard me. Okay. Alright, so the concoction is coming along nicely, yes. Yes, that's the voice I'm going to talk with for the rest of the episode. Alright, pineapple next. And you know what, I got enough pineapple juice in there already. But, you know, pineapples are great, so more. Last little shake here. Okay. Ooh, this one feels a bit different than the one with the lime. Ooh, yeah, it's got like a syrupy outer texture. It's that one might be interesting. All right, juice and smooths. That's right. Here on Professor Effort's Test Kitchen, we are all about smooths and juice. And occasionally, the salmon mousse. You Monty Python fans will know. Alrighty, now for the naranja. Trying to speak Spanish with a Yiddish accent, that's great. Okay, so orange. Let's see how we're feeling here. Orange, you glad? I said chicken. I sure am. Orange, you glad? Yes. Okay, now this concoction is going to either make a really interesting sangria or a really interesting sauce at some point. So, until then... Okay, let's stash the concoction. Let the juices start a-working. Okay. Man, I have been waiting all day for this. Okay, so here we go. We have ourselves lined up the pineapple, the lime, and the orange. I say it orange because I'm an insufferable asshole. Now, let's go ahead and get this thermometered up and into the oven. I'm going to use the orange as the temperature because I don't really trust the pineapple. I don't know why. Trust has to be earned first. Alright, so okay, so first time using one of these little homies. Okay, so there is a. Okay, all right. We have numbers. Let's see. How am I feeling? Let's go ahead and see how warm I am. Gonna have to remember to mirror image that camera. Alrighty, so the thermometer is good to go. I believe the USDA recommended for chicken is 160, I want to say. You know, I got insurance, let's roll the dice. Alright, okay, so